This is the Introduction to Accounting 151A. My name is Mark Kirby and I will be your instructor this semester. I'm an adjunct instructor. What that really means is I don't have an office here on campus. I don't even have a phone really. I have a place where you can leave a voicemail message and that's it. My office is the classroom that we're going to meet in. So if you have questions, my office hour is in the classroom that we usually have class in, the hour right before class. The best way to get a hold of me if you need to contact me is via email. My email address is makirby@cabrillo.edu. I check my email every day, usually in the morning. Typically I only check it a couple times a day though. I'm not on it all the time. So if you do send me an email, it may take me 24 hours to get back to you. On weekends, if I'm traveling, if I'm gone out of town, it may be Monday before I get back to you. So if you're doing your homework on a weekend, don't wait till then. Try and do it beforehand, because if you send me that urgent email right at the end, I may not get back to you until Monday when it might be due. Yeah, and again, let's use the email as the primary source or primary means of contact. About the class, about Accounting 151A, we're going to learn the basic accounting equation, and we're going to use it to perform bookkeeping for small service companies in the first part of the class. A small service company would be like attorneys, accountants, landscapers. These are all companies who provide services and they don't actually sell goods or things, phones, light bulbs, whatever it may be. In the second half of the class, we'll work with retail companies that actually do sell merchandise or things. The textbook for this class is College Accounting. We're going to be using the 13th edition. It's available in the bookstore. If you happen to have a copy of the 12th edition and you got it cheap, good for you. You can go ahead and use it for class. Just know that the homework problems, there will be different quantities in the homework problems, so it might be a little harder for you to follow along as we're going over the homework. Another important point, you're going to want a calculator for this class. I don't intend for this to be a math class, but we're going to do basic addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division. And especially when we're having an exam, you're going to want a calculator. Let's talk about exams for a second. There will be a total of 4 exams for this class, 3 regular exams and a final. The final is not cumulative. Exams will consist of 2 parts. There will be an online multiple choice part, and you'll be taking that through Blackboard. I hope you're familiar with Blackboard. We'll talk about that a little bit more in a second. The second part of the exam is problem solving, and we'll be doing that in class. The problems on the exam will be very similar to the homework that I've assigned. So the best suggestion I can give you to do well in this class, do the homework. During exams, you're going to, like I said a minute ago, you're going to want a calculator. You may not use your computer, your tablet, or your cell phone as your calculator. So just bring a calculator. Don't even ask me, can I use my cell phone as my calculator? You have to do your own work during an exam. I have a zero tolerance policy on cheating. So if cheating if cheating does occur, and I catch you, you get an automatic F. The person you're cheating off of also gets an F. I'm also I take cheating very seriously, so I've been known to let students go ahead and do all the work and finish the exam, and then when they turn it in, I go ahead and tell them that I spotted them cheating and then give them the F. So it's really not worth doing it. Let's talk about homework. I'm going to assign homework each week. We'll cover a chapter in the lecture in class. I'll assign homework. The following week, we'll go over the homework in class. Each and every student, it's your responsibility to present a problem, a homework problem, to the class and share your solution. And we'll go through it together as a group and critique it and work through the correct solution if you don't have it. Not a big deal, but being an accountant these days, in the modern world, communication is a big part of the job. So, I'd like you to get used to presenting your solutions in front of groups. Grading policy. I have posted both the syllabus, which we're talking about now, and the grading policy, and our schedule on Blackboard. As I said, there are 4 exams that they'll be about a third of your grade. In this class, we're also going to have 2 mini projects, one after Chapter 6, one after Chapter 13. They are cumulative. These will account for about a third of your grade as well. The remaining third of your grade is going to be based on homework and class participation. Getting up in front of the class, presenting your exam, and being part of the in the classroom interaction that goes on. As I said, the detail for the grading policy is on Blackboard. If you have any questions, feel free to ask me at any time. As far as the grading policy goes, I reserve the right to change it at any time in case something comes up and we end up dropping a test, or who knows, something else may happen. The mini practice sets, as I said, they're after Chapter 6 in the book and after Chapter 13. They're designed as an opportunity to apply what you've learned to real-world situations. These projects take 2 or 3 weeks to do, so don't leave them till the last minute. Don't try and start them the night before they're due. Students historically have taken between 8 and 20 hours to do each one. So I recommend that you start early, come to my office hour if you have questions, and we'll go through these and I'll help you through it. Feel free to work in groups or in pairs. I think there's a lot of learning that comes from helping each other through this. But make sure you turn in your own work, and I refer back to the 0 tolerance on the cheating policy that I discussed before. These mini practice sets, mini problems, are an excellent practice for the exams. So if you're gonna have, if you run short on time, do the mini problems. They cover everything that's going to be on the exam, and they're excellent, excellent practice. When you get to the mini problems, you can do them on a regular piece of paper, you can do them on accounting paper, or if you get on Blackboard, I put Excel templates out there where I've laid out the basic framework that you're going to need to go ahead and do the problems in Excel. All of the above are, great choices. I will accept any of them. You can do it in Excel or not, but don't feel that you have to do it in Excel. As I mentioned a couple of times now during this class, we're going to be using Blackboard. This is what's called a hybrid class. So there'll be some in-class presentation live with me, and then there will be Blackboard where I'm utilizing that on top of or in addition to the live instruction that we do in the classroom. If you're not familiar with Blackboard, you can get an introduction at the TLC, the Teaching and Learning Center, in the Aptos campus, or at the Learning Center in the Watsonville campus, which is on the 2nd floor, I believe. On Blackboard, I've posted copies of the syllabus, as I mentioned, copies of the grading policy, and copies of the schedule. We will go over the schedule in class the first night of class, but I will not be going over the grading policy or the syllabus. This conversation serves as covering those. Let's see. Oh, Blackboard also has a bulletin board or a communication tool built into it, a discussion board. You can use this to communicate with your classmates. You can use it to send me questions. But I like the discussion board because you can post questions about homework out to the class as a whole, and other people can post their comments or try and help you through it. It's kind of like a mutual learning environment where you can work a discussion thread to work through homework problems. Sometimes I'll jump in and post suggestions or answers if no one seems to be getting it. Well, again, this is intended to replace my discussion of the syllabus in class, save us a little bit of time. So I'm just going to tell you now, your homework for week 1 is to go ahead and read chapters 1 and 2 before our first class session. Then I want you to go and read the syllabus that's posted on Blackboard, read the schedule, and the grading policy. So since you're already logged into Blackboard to read these things, I've posted an exam or an assessment for the syllabus. Go ahead and go in Blackboard, go to the assessments section, and take that exam. It's worth a great big 10 points, but I just want to know that you go ahead, that you went and did read the syllabus and go through it. Other cool things that are in Blackboard that I hope help you: PowerPoint slides for all of the chapters that we'll be covering, you know, straight out of the book. They're great for a refresher or to study on your own. I'll be covering the accounting equation the first night of class, so I won't be covering chapters 1 and 2 exactly straight out of the book. However, the material in there is your responsibility. You will see it on an exam. Please come to class prepared to participate. Class is a lot more fun and goes a lot quicker when everybody is involved. Just as a note, I do start class on time, and that's out of respect for those people who, you know, make sure that they get there on time. If you show up a little bit late, I will most likely have already started. I look forward to seeing you in class. We're going to have fun this semester. We're going to take accounting and we're going to learn it in a real-world environment rather than a textbook environment. And remember, if you need to get a hold of me, my office hour is the hour before class in the room where we're going to meet, or you can use my email at makirby@cabrillo.edu. I'll get back to you within a day or so. Look forward to seeing you in class.